This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. There are some special elections happening around the country, and we have results for you. So if you're into politics, this is your home for politics, and we've got results for you. So there was an election in Wisconsin and in Florida. In Wisconsin, they're looking at a couple of things. Supreme Court of Wisconsin, there's 2 candidates, Susan Crawford and Brad Schimmel. No votes in yet. And then there's another question on the Wisconsin ballot, I should say. Add voter ID requirement to the state's constitution, and that is not enough votes in yet either way. The voting just stopped about 6 minutes ago. So we'll have those numbers for you when they come in. But Florida, which is an hour difference, so I think the results of the Florida 6th District, formerly represented by the current National Security Advisor, Michael Walz. Now, the Florida election is different. They have 2 seats that were available because Donald Trump took 2 Florida Congress people and threw them into his cabinet or gave them other positions. So 2 seats opened up. Florida House seat number 1 and Florida House seat number 6. So let's look at number 1 here. The results of the Florida 6th District, formerly represented by, again, National Security Advisor Michael Walz, are expected, and they are in. And the winner is Jimmy Patronis, who is a Republican, and he got 57% of the vote, to Gary Valmont, who's a Democrat, with 42% of the vote, 42.2 to 57. So it's a total of 25,000 votes, and CNN has already called that election for the Republican. But it was in a very Republican part of Florida. It was in the Panhandle, out near Tallahassee. So Florida 6 is closer to Orlando, and it was Randy Fine, who's a Republican, was going up against Josh Well, who's a Democrat. Andrew Parrott was the Libertarian, and Randall Terry has no party affiliation. And CNN has called that seat for Randy Fine, who's the Republican, 56.7% to 42.7%. And Randy Fine is ahead by 27,000 votes. And again, a really right-leaning district. So the Democrats got almost 43% of the votes in House seat Florida House seat 6, and they got 42% in Florida House seat number 1. But those are really heavily bright red districts, so that was expected. But the Democrats, I think, did a lot better than people expected. They expected House seat 1 to be a landslide, and it wasn't. He only won by 15 points or 25,000 votes. They thought that was going to be a 50,000 vote win, and it was half of that. So 98% of the vote is in. The Republicans won House seat in Florida number 1 and House seat number 6. So the election results from Wisconsin aren't in yet. There are no numbers to report. But the big issue there, obviously the Supreme Court, there's 2 seats there that are open. One seat open on the Supreme Court, and then there's one superintendent of public instruction in Wisconsin as well. But the big question in Wisconsin, voter ID. And, the numbers just came in. Okay, the numbers just came in as I was speaking, and we do have results for you. Okay, Supreme Court, Wisconsin. Brad Schimmel has 64%, Susan Crawford 36%, 398 votes ahead. There's 0% of the votes in. Less than 1% of the votes are in. Less than 1% of the votes are in the voter ID as well, and also less than 1% of the superintendent of public instruction in Wisconsin, with Brittany Kinzer, who's a nonpartisan, beating Jill Utterly, who's a nonpartisan, by 30 points. But the big question, voter ID. Add voter ID requirement to the state's constitution. So if you go to vote in Wisconsin, you're going to have to show a picture ID. And right now, again, with less than 1% in, yes at 74.6%, no at 25%. So the yeses are winning by nearly 50 percentage points, but only 651 votes ahead because less than 1% of the vote is in. So that's a key race. There's a key race for the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and then we'll keep an eye on the question number 1. Add voter ID requirement to the state's constitution. So if you live in Wisconsin and this vote stays, you're going to have to show a picture ID in order to vote in Wisconsin. We'll keep an eye on that, but very, very preliminary, very, very sketchy, less than 1% of the vote in. So that could change radically. And now they're still less than 1%, but they added some more votes, and it's still yes, voter ID 74% to no 25.9%. All right, Le Petit number 4, the restaurant that we've been talking about all week and last week that was closing on the Sunset Strip, and then they got a big, huge push. They got the Tush push, or maybe I'm confusing 2 stories, and got a lot of people to go there and show up and spend money, and it looked like Le Petit number 4 was going to stay in business. Now there's another dispute.
Despite efforts to stay open, a popular French restaurant in West Hollywood is closing for good. Le Petit to close last week after 4 decades on the Sunset Strip.
I thought they saved that restaurant.
The owners cited soaring rent, minimum wage increases, and fewer customers. Just yesterday, they said they would remain open after receiving a wave of reservations, business, and support on social media. But hours later, they reversed course, saying they were shutting down. They say a dispute with the landlord is keeping them from staying open.
All right, Bellio, so that's a new story because last time we reported it was going to stay open.
I know. How devastating is that?
It's horrible.
That's unfortunate.
It's a great restaurant. Hope they reopen somewhere else where the landlord will give them a little bit of a break. Who knows? Who knows? But no good. No good at all. All right, let's talk about, where's the story here? Oh, I know what it was. It was the parrot singing. There's a parrot that sings the song Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
Which is the most annoying song, according to parents, ever created. And now this parrot is banging it out. Wow.
Excellent job.
God almighty. Just when you thought there's no way that song could be more annoying, it went up tenfold.
I would sing along with that parrot, though.
Would you really?
1,000%.
Angel, you've got a parrot. Does it sing any songs or say anything?
Oh, yeah. He has a bunch of words that he says, and it's just mostly stuff that I say to him. So he says his name is Andor, and he says things like, I love Andor. I love little
cool.
birds.
A conceited bird, huh?
Yeah. He says, I'm so great. I'm so handsome. I'm like, take it easy, little bird.
Wait,
Come on.
Wait, that's what you say to the bird.
Yeah, he's hearing you?
I'm so great.
I'm so great.
Wait.
And the bird's like, I'm so great.
So he hears you say that, and then he repeats it back?
I'm a golden mic winner. I'm a golden
Middle finger. Middle finger.
Sick alert. Wait, what?
But these birds love taking showers. So whenever I take a shower, I bring him in there, and he's got a little, he stands up on the glass, the top of the glass, And so he'll say, let's take a shower. Because I'll say that to him if,
Peekaboo.
Hey, Angel, your mic's on, right?
What? Hello? What?
Oh, my God. So so while you're showering your birds on the glass?
Yeah, he's just hanging up, on the top of the glass in the shower.
Yeah.
He's, taking in all the steam.
Wow. What a bird.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I guess if I had a bird, I would have him watch me shower too. That'd be kind of cool.
Come on, it's not like the bird knows. He's just getting a shower.
Or does he?
Yeah, or does he?
Does he?
Where we got audio of Angel's bird. This is while Angel's showering. Oh, by the way, that is a horrible rendition of that song.
For a parrot, it is not. It's pretty good.
Even for a parrot, it's not that great. Not that great. All right, we learned something about Angel then.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Real quick look at the elections. The big question in Wisconsin, voter ID. Add voter ID requirement to the state's constitution. Well, about 5 minutes ago, it was 75% to 25%. Now it's gotten closer, 65% to 35%. So as the night goes on, there's 6% of the votes in right now. As the night goes on, if it follows that trend, then voter ID requirement for the state of Wisconsin might go down in flames. So interesting. We'll have to see how that ends up. All right, we've got a lot going on here at KFI, as always. There's a Beatles biopic. Sony has cast the Beatles, the new Beatles. These four guys will probably be superstars. The new Beatles have been cast. Who's going to be John, Paul, Ringo, or Larry? I think is the other one.
All the internet's boyfriends are uniting to form the Beatles. Director Sam Mendes took the stage at CinemaCon in Las Vegas to reveal the cast of the long-awaited Beatles biopic. Set to star in the films are Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, and Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr.
I don't know any of those guys. Crozier, you're more of an entertainment guy. Do you know any of these guys?
I think Barry Keoghan, isn't he from Saving Private Ryan?
Oh, he is? I don't know. Let's see here.
Set to star in the films are Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney.
You know Paul Mescal?
No. No, I don't know.
Okay, here we go.
Harris Dickinson as John Lennon.
Harris Dickinson?
No.
Joseph Quinn as George Harrison.
Joseph Quinn.
No.
And Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr.
Barry Keoghan?
I thought he was someone else, but I do know who he is.
Oh, all right, that's cool.
He's been in some stuff.
So you got Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And he's a good Ringo. I mean,
All
look-wise, yeah.
All right.
Each of the four movies will focus on one of the members of the Fab Four. Mendes also said that all four films are set for theatrical release in April of 2028. The surprise plans to make four separate films were first announced last year.
There you go. Beatles biopic. They're going to make four of them. And there's your cast. Ding dong.
I don't know any of them.
I don't know any of them either, but I like not knowing them.
Yeah. I would say that I actually prefer that anyways. It takes you a little bit out
Yeah,
when
it
it's
does.
someone you know.
Like I was watching Saving Private Ryan, And I don't know any celebrities at all when they come up on screen. But in the middle of that movie, I said to I was watching my wife in the theater. I said, hey, is that Ted Danson? She said, yeah. I said, why is he in this movie? Is this a war where everybody knows your name? She goes, no, it's not.
Completely.
And I said, why is he in there? It's distracting to look at a movie where I know somebody. It like takes away from the fantasy of the movie.
And even outside of that, I just... Yeah, to a large degree, it's like if you get a celebrity, even if it's like whether it's a fictional thing, like one of the brilliant things that Marvel did and why they became so big as they did, that I believe is that they used all non-known, for the most part, actors in the Marvel stuff. I mean,
that's great.
Robert Downey Jr. was basically one of the only ones that everybody really knew.
Right. That makes it more special and more believable.
Yeah.
You know, that you're not distracted by, oh, wasn't she on Friends?
The buy-in is much easier when it's somebody you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly correct. Hooters, my favorite place, and Steph Foush's favorite place. We love going to Hooters together. Oh, they're going to make some changes, Steph Foush. I know what's going on.
Hooters is shifting away from its iconic skimpy waitress outfits and bikini days, instead opting for a family-friendly vibe.
What the hell?
Facing nearly 400
with these what's with these families getting in on everything?
Facing nearly $400 million in debt.
Wow, how do you get $400 million in debt with attractive women pushing chicken wings?
The chain now filing for bankruptcy protection as it looks to sell its company-owned restaurants to two groups backed by the original founders.
Thanks to inflation and declining sales, we might have to say farewell to Hooters and instead dine at the next best body part-themed wing place, Buffalo Wild Butts.
That's pretty good.
Many restaurant chains.
That's a pretty good line.
Buffalo Wild Butts.
Many restaurant chains have been struggling with rising costs and customers cutting back in the face of inflation. Red Lobster and TGI Fridays also filing for bankruptcy recently.
What we're hearing in general is that casual dining is really hurting because the customer is spending so much on daily necessities that they're not necessarily prioritizing a casual night of wings with friends or seafood. The restaurant industry is very much representative of the economy's health as a whole.
That's right. But I love the wings at Hooters. They're really terrific. But I don't know. They're going away. All right, we come back. 2 NFL stories. Richard Sherman is one of them. And the other one is regarding the Tush push. 2 NFL stories when we come back. It's exciting, you know, for off-season to have 2 major stories about the NFL.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Annabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Annabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from The Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
KFI AM 640, it is the Conway Show. If you emailed us last week looking for tickets for Santa Anita, they all went in the mail on Monday yesterday, so you should be getting them today, tomorrow, or Thursday at the latest. Friday at the very, very latest. But they've all gone into the mail. They went into the mail Monday at around 10:30 in the morning, and you should be getting them in the next day or so. And we'll see you out there Saturday at Santa Anita for the big Santa Anita Derby. Oh, what a day that's going to be. All right, 2 stories in the National Football League. One is about the Tush push, where the quarterback gets the ball and then everybody pushes his tuchus a couple yards forward, and usually works. Philadelphia made a killing doing that, and they won the Super Bowl. Well, close. No, they did win the Super Bowl. Yeah, they did. They won the Super Bowl.
The NFL annual meeting in Palm Beach, Florida, has now come and gone. And a handful of rules changes was left in the aftermath. And the hottest topic amongst the rule changes, the tush push. The decision on the play, there was no decision. The league plans to continue the discussion about the Eagles' short yardage play, tabling the vote whether to ban it or not until May's owners' meetings. The Packers authored the proposal to ban the tush push and earned support of 15 other teams. NFL bylaws requires a minimum of 24 votes to approve changes. Green Bay bringing up injury risk of the play for banning it, but the league's health and safety department had no data that suggests a single injury had occurred during that play.
It's just the name is so dumb. You know, the Tush push. It doesn't seem like NFL style names.
By the Eagles or any other team using that play. And another rule change will bring the NFL to the modern times, as chain gang will be something of the past to measure first downs. The league will now use Sony's Hawkeye virtual measurement system, or a robot jury, to accurately and efficiently measure distance between the ball and the line to gain.
Okay, so the chain gang is gone. The guys who sit out there with the chain and, you know, mark off 10 yards, that's going away. It's going to be all computerized.
Other rule changes expands use of a replay assist, hits on defensive player, grabbing the face mask, performing a horse collar tackle, tripping and running or roughing a kicker can be reviewed, and touchbacks will now come out to the 35-yard line instead of the 30, which in theory will discourage teams from kicking so many balls out of the end zone and lead to more returns.
There you go, more returns. That's a cool deal. All right, Richard Sherman, he used to play for Seattle, then he got traded to San Francisco, and he was the one complaining all the time. He said, if you keep doing Thursday night games, somebody is going to get injured. Somebody is going to pay the price for a quick turnaround where you play on Sunday and then you got to play on Thursday. Guess who got hurt? Richard Sherman. He got hurt on one of those Thursday night games. And now his home has been broken into. Home invasion while his wife and his kids or kid were in the house.
In this 11-second clip posted to social media by former NFL star Richard Sherman, 3 hooded men smashed through a window carrying what appears to be duffel bags. That video supplemented by chilling images that would haunt any parent. One showing a person inside the house wearing a jacket and holding what appears to be a handgun.
While his wife was sleeping, his family were asleep, somebody broke into Richard Sherman's house with a gun, with three guys to rob him.
A second, with 2 intruders in one of the rooms, the contours of one man's face relatively clear, the other with the hoodie zipped all the way up and a bag slung around his shoulder. Sherman writing on X, house being robbed at gunpoint with my family in it isn't what anyone wants for a birthday gift. Scary situation that my wife handled masterfully and kept my kids safe. The couple has 2 young children. Sherman's wife, Ashley, also posting, people are so S-word. Come in my house middle of the night with...
Wait, people are so what?
People are so S-word.
Oh, people are so... Okay, S-word with the Y at the end.
Come in my house middle of the night with guns and threaten my family? King County authorities in the Seattle area telling NBC News they did respond to a burglary after midnight on Sunday, but can't share more because it's an open and active investigation, and authorities not confirming it was Sherman's home.
1 yard. You need 1 yard. Run the ball.
Is that what he said when they broke in?
1 yard. You need 1 yard.
Seems like an odd comment.
Richard Sherman, a Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks and a 5-time NFL All-Pro.
Yeah, this guy was great. Man, this guy had it going on.
He's now an analyst for Thursday Night Football. Sherman's camp telling us he's declining interviews at this time. He has a significant public profile and is now the latest athlete to find himself victimized by a home break-in.
This is just awful. Just awful. These guys who, have made a lot of money, they are professional athletes and they've got these big homes, and you would think that security around them would be unbelievable. And it's not. They keep getting broken into.
It's frustrating. It's disappointing. But I can't get into too many of the details.
In February, federal prosecutors in Florida announced charges against 7 men from Chile, who they say targeted the homes of sports stars, including Super Bowl champs Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, stealing millions. But Sherman's post is the first from an athlete in this recent string of crimes where family members were so close to such a potentially dangerous situation.
Oh, what a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. All right, when we come back, diet drinks are back in the news. Are diet beverages causing you to be hungrier? I've got that story when we come back. A lot of people like those diet drinks or Coke Zero. They had to call it Coke Zero because guys weren't buying diet drinks because guys have a macho problem. So they didn't want to buy anything that said diet, so they changed it to Coke Zero. It's the same Coke, but it's now called Coke Zero, so guys will buy it because guys don't like to buy diet anything. They're all in denial.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Annabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Annabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
All right, diet drinks. A lot of people enjoy diet drinks. You feel like you could enjoy the flavor of a Coke, Pepsi, 7-Up without all the calories. But are these diet drinks causing us to be hungrier? I don't know. Let's find out.
Study reveals that sucralose, a popular artificial sweetener, may trick the brain into making you feel hungrier.
What the hell?
Researchers found that sucralose activates the hypothalamus, the brain's appetite center, more than sugar without triggering hormones that signal fullness. The effects were strongest in women and people struggling with obesity, raising questions about how artificial sweeteners impact long-term eating habits. Scientists are now studying whether these sweeteners affect brain development in children.
Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, well, speaking of weight, and a lot of people are on Ozempic. Hope that's working out for you. We've heard some good stories, some not so good stories, but intermittent fasting. Yeah, that's coming up. Intermittent fasting. Is that any good for you either? Let's find out.
Dr. Darian is back with a topic that I know DeMarco here is very interested in. This idea that fasting a few days a week may be better than like dieting every day.
Some marginal benefits. A study like this I know DeMarco has read from front to back. So this is a study that asks that age-old question. It compares intermittent fasting to good old-fashioned calorie restriction, following over 100 people for a 12-month study. And it found that those who intermittently fasted just 3 days a week did not have to be consecutive, just pick random 3 days.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought it was a consecutive, 3 consecutive days. No, it's just 3 days of the week that you don't eat anything?
Compared to those who calorie restricted, lost more weight, about 6 pounds more at the end of the year comparatively. Now, when you look at the data, it seems as though it's not necessarily the fact of fasting versus calorie restriction. It was who was most consistent, which is at the end of the day the most important factor to this.
So how early should you start and how late should you go? I usually do 11 to 7.
You know, everyone has...
They're not talking about a full 24 hours. They're just talking from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.? Anyone can do that.
I usually do 11 to 7.
You know, everyone has their different parameters. There hasn't been good evidence on terms of what times, because I think it really applies to what you can stick to. Again, that consistency is key, and it depends on your job, your life stressors, children, etc., so on and so forth. At the end of the day, what it really matters is making sure that you stick to it. And so finding those hours if you're going to choose it, and making sure also when we're talking about intermittent fasting, we're not talking about eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 5 p.m. We're talking about fasting throughout.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense if you go 8 hours with fasting and then you eat 9,000 calories. That's not how it works.
And making sure also when we're talking about intermittent fasting, we're not talking about eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 5 p.m.
Okay, all right. I guess they have to say that, but intermittent fasting is not, skipping 3 meals and then at 5 o'clock the whistle goes off and you eat all 3 meals.
We're talking about fasting throughout the day.
Spread it out.
Some people needed to hear that. We're talking about...
Some people needed to hear that. Did you hear that? Yeah, some people don't get the rules.
Spread it out.
Some people needed to hear that.
Yeah, some people needed to hear that.
Some people needed to hear that. We're talking about fasting throughout the day and then having your regular, high-yield, good quality meal when you have your fruit.
You say good quality meal.
Yes.
I mean, can you get away with cheeseburgers and stuff, or does it actually...
Yes.
If it fits into your calories?
I would structure that cheeseburger to maybe a turkey burger with a lettuce wrap. So you see how...
Oh, my God. Who's doing this?
Not for you, huh?
No. A turkey burger with a lettuce wrap?
That sounds delicious.
Oh, it sounds like something that animals eat, not humans.
I would structure that cheeseburger to maybe a turkey burger with a lettuce wrap. So
when's the last time you had a cheeseburger, Bellio?
Saturday or Sunday. It was Saturday.
Okay. You know what? I got to tell you, I used to be a huge fan of McDonald's Big Mac. And then I don't know, I just stopped eating them for some reason. And I haven't had one in probably 3 years.
Wow.
I had one on Saturday night. And I'm telling you, again, it's not a commercial. They're not an advertiser. We're not knocking it out here from McDonald's. I'm telling you, the bun, the meat, the lettuce, the sauce, whatever they've done to change that Big Mac, they've knocked it out of the park.
Oh, really?
It was the most beautiful, soft bun with a lot of flavor. It was hot when I got it. The meat was juicy. The sauce was terrific. The lettuce was crisp. And I had to go back the next day and get another one. I thought I got a fluke.
And how was it the next day?
Same. Perfect.
That's great.
They have mastered the Big Mac. If you've not had a Big Mac in the last year or two, you owe it to yourself to slide back in there and give it another try. And I don't know why this is true, but what I'm about to tell you is true. If you take that Big Mac and you cut it in half, for some reason, it's 10 times better than if you just eat it whole. I don't know why. I don't know.
Better bite quality, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But the Big Mac is back. And when I leave this station, I'm driving to McDonald's and getting another one. I can't tell you how great it is.
Well, you just did.
I'm almost crying.
Did you get the fries? Because they have the best fries.
Oh, I got to write that down. Wait, McDonald's? Wait a minute. What'd you say?
The fries. Get the fries.
At where?
McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I get a piece of paper. Hold on. Okay, I got it. What's the tip again?
Get the fries.
The
large fries. F-R-I-E-S.
At McDonald's?
At McDonald's.
McDonald's. All right. I'm going to do that. I've seen them. I've seen them on the menu.
Yeah, go for it. Just go for it.
They look good.
They're delicious.
I'll get them. Yeah, I like that. All right, Bellio, 3D House of Obvious Comments. God almighty. Yeah. You know, when you go to the ocean, you may want to bring a towel and lay down.
I asked you if you got the fries. I didn't say, hey, you should try their fries. I said, did you get the fries? Listen.
You ever go to Disneyland?
I didn't do that.
You should try to get on that Pirates of the Caribbean. I heard that's nice.
I'm calling Juno.
Juno? Me, Mike, the guard?
The guard at Marshall's.
Juno? All right. Intermittent fasting, I guess, is good for you. So go out and stop eating or whatever you got to do. Let's finish up with this story.
So you see how I did
you went around that corner.
Yeah, you got to swerve around
That's not the same.
Picking the high yield. But today's prescription for wellness might have some answers for you.
Okay. But we're listening.
Oh, we're going to
intermittent fasting. That means you stop eating from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then you just go about your daily life. You don't try to eat all 3 meals in 8 minutes after that. That is not going to work out for you. All right, don't forget Dodger game tonight, King game tonight, and a concert at the Hollywood Bowl for the firefighters and first responders. So lots of traffic out there. You'll get there eventually. Just be patient. All right, it's Conway Show. Mo Kelly, his whole crew next, right here on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.